27 degrees, only one more to go and I win, two more and Barbara wins. So we're going to, just pan out about 28 degrees today. Barbara's not going to win, believe me, she's not. Weatherman didn't stand a chance anyway. It is Thursday, November the 10th, and well, I tell you what, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I hope everybody in Auckland survived the big opening rush yesterday for all the retail shops up there. So happy for you guys. Is there anything left now? Did you leave anything behind so that we can go and shop today? Well, we'll find out later anyway, won't we? Today, and I've got to welcome along everybody that's joining us this morning. Believe me, by the way, watching you guys, watching me, watching you, you know,
I know.
technology, just love it, I really do. Believe me, it is an absolute pleasure to have you, everybody along this morning, because today, yes, we're catching up with Donna and Kerry Herrick from the band, of course, Herrick, right here at Galaxy. So, and I got to let you know, they were today's feature artists. Check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's feature artists on Galaxy 107fm.
So, that first song's going to play, which is Beyond This Town. That's playing right now. So, when we've played that, we'll go live to the desk. After that, the next one up is Sunderland Road.
Okay.
Okay. Midnight in Birmingham.
Yep.
Okay. Old Bridges. Now, I got to thank the young lady that sent us the explanation or the story behind that. I had a good listen to that. Was going to play it, but then I thought, well, hold on, why am I doing the interview if I'm going to do that? So I want to get you guys to tell me that one, okay? And same with someday I'll fly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, because I have got those, and we do play them, and we have played them in accompaniment with both tracks. But sorry, victims, you're going to do it this time live, okay? Oh my God, Kev Crazed is watching. Nice to have Kev back. Kev, it's been a minute, it really has. Good to see you back again, my friend. And believe me, you're going to love this.
What's he found? It's a comic.
No.
It's a comic.
I hope your husband doesn't need to actually submit that to his boss for get pay. I found Barbara's husband's timesheet.
No, he would have done it. He
Awesome.
leaves all
Yeah, now I know what he... Gosh, he earns that much? Seriously? Can he loan me some money?
He leaves a damn bit of paper on
Wow.
the top of the printer.
You
Because guess what?
printed it out. Yeah,
He
okay.
gets,
Run out of paper, did you?
it just gets in a mix.
That's what was black mark.
Barbara's husband is at the cutting edge right now of technology in New Zealand, and I got to let you know where we are. We're surrounded by kiwi fruit, right? Well, instead of having people go out and count them and all that sort of stuff, and take the sugar content levels and send that off to the scientists and all that, and takes time and weeks and everything. The guys who did the America's Cup graphics have now got this whole new deal, and Chris is running it where he goes down through all these orchards and that counts everything and takes all the deal, you know what I mean? And well,
wow.
It's going to knock out a lot of jobs, though, I've got to be honest.
Well, we won't need the overseas people. What do we need here? Not overseas.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and Absolute pleasure to have everybody along this morning. It really, really is, especially Kev Craze. Nice to have you back again, my friend. It's been a while, really has. Today, we're joined by Donna and Kerry Herrick, aka Herrick. And believe me, we absolutely love their work. We really do. It's been a while since we caught up with Kerry. Loving the headdress, gotta be honest. I want one of those for sure. Post me one for Christmas. Would love one. But in the meantime, welcome back to Galaxy, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. We love coming here, man.
And believe me, I kind of like the rug that you've got on.
Yeah. She needs to probably go here in a minute.
I don't think she's
She's
going.
trying to make herself look small.
Yeah, but believe me, wonderful. I think she's a superstar right now, to be honest with you.
I think one of your big black dogs would go better with what I'm wearing.
Yeah. Well, I have two colours. One's a black one, one's a blonde one. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They are sisters, and I did bring them up from a couple of days old. The mother had actually passed away, giving birth to them. The guy who had them was going to put them down. He had no room for them, so I snatched them up, brought them home. I fed them, the whole deal. You know what I mean? And I brought them up to be guard dogs, so now they do exactly what they want without a word from me.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
She's her Gonzaga hoodie on though, or Gonzaga Bulldog
Well,
hoodie.
I tell you what though, anything weird go down, literally they're right beside me like crazy. The other night we had a thing called Guy Fawkes. I think you have the same deal in Independence Day where you're letting off fireworks, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
We celebrate Guy Fawkes 5th of November. And believe me, these two big hulking beasts, I've never seen them scared like they were over this last weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's sad.
Oh, well,
Wow.
Either.
well, you know, it is something that we do here, but
Yeah.
I got to agree with you. When I was a kid, used to love it like crazy. There would be nothing other than, well, Guy Fawkes is coming, we can blow stuff up. We've got, crackers
Yeah,
and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, fireworks, yes.
Well, in Tennessee, it's the biggest thing you ever seen.
4th of July.
They do it 4th of July, New Year's Eve. What's the other one?
Christmas.
Every
Every
holiday. They're blowing something up around here.
Well,
Great.
The sky is colorful, man.
I get that. I get that. I understand that. Literally, as a youngster, you couldn't keep me away from that sort of stuff. But I've got to be honest, as the years have rolled on by, I'm only 21, by the way, so I'm starting to learn to be an adult. But I've noticed, I'm more interested in the animals' welfare, and, this really does affect animals, not only, we're talking birds all the way down to giraffes to,
We don't have
Oh,
to.
yeah,
everything.
Right?
Oh, do
Right.
they?
Well, they buy that stuff here, and of all ages.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's egging them on, going, "Yeah, I'd get that if I were you." These people spend $200-400 on this stuff. And if their dogs are scared of fireworks, they're pinning them up, but man, they are blowing up the sky. I'll tell you what.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's the same here, if you know what I mean. Personally, I don't actually see spending $400 or $500 to watch go up in smoke anymore.
Really.
I'd rather buy a new phone or something rather than that. Literally, get some use out of it. But now, guys, we're getting away from the real deal here, and that is we opened up the show with Beyond This Town. Now, tell me a little bit about this, because believe me, we have been playing it, and there has been a lot of interest in everything we're going to play today. So let's kick it off with this one. Tell me about Beyond This Town.
Beyond This Town was actually another song originally called New Dance that we had written for our first album. And we named the album New Dance, but the song didn't make the album. And so we were kind of bored with it. We thought we're going to rewrite this song. And literally, it's true story. Most of the songs on this new album, they're about our lives. and it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we're from a small town in Spokane, Washington area, and you know, our whole life we just want to break away.
Everybody.
You know, everybody. It's kind of like a, you know, you've lived your life. I mean, I love small towns. Don't get me wrong. I love it because we live in one now outside of Nashville. But being from the Palouse, we lived on a 5,000 acre ranch when we first were married. And that's a big ranch, and we're pretty much alone up there and out in the middle of the Palouse. So that's what that stems from, that song. It comes from that real life experience of wanting to break away. And
Dreaming big. You don't know where you're going, but you got to go.
Yeah.
Well, I got to let you know, guys, I think it made a connection with our audio audience. I mean, they really do love it. They request it. Believe me, when I come into work on a Monday morning, my receptionist Sarah has these USB things, and we construct our whole week literally on the amount of requests we get per show, per song, per artist, per, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it all collates on what we play, not only for the day, but for the week. And it could be any particular show. It's all done that way. And believe me, I'm seeing a lot of Herrick's new work emerging all the time. I really am. Including Beyond This Town. Now, at the same time, let's refresh everybody's memory. And, well, I've got a fan question for you. Is how do we get hold of you as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you on TikTok? But moreover, do you respond?
Yes. All you have to do is go to herricklife.com, herricklife.com, and you can get to anywhere from there. We're all over the place.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, can we download merch on the herrick.com?
Yeah.
We can?
And streaming on Spotify always helps the band considerably. That's a big deal. You know, that really helps us to stream on Spotify because, you know, it just helps us to get those numbers up. That always helps. You know, if you don't want to buy the album, but we have an online store and we actually have we're giving away for free right now the whole album. And a lot of people don't. You know, if you go to our website, you can read about it, but we call it the road trip to Sunderland Road. And if you go on there and sign up and claim your spot, we will send the whole album to your email. It drops right in your email. And we kind of take them through a little journey about each song, what it's about. They get behind the scenes, really fun stuff. We're just spending time with our fans. And it's one-on-one, and it's direct with us. So.
Now, Donna, while we're talking about it, and you did say that you have a store, do you have a merch store there as well?
Yes.
You do? Okay, so...
yes.
So people can go and buy product and everything like that, go and get the koozies, the t-shirts, the guitar picks. I'm not going to go any further with that because one person says, well, you know, we got underwear.
Not yet.
Yay.
We'll be sold underwear soon.
No. we prefer naked.
Yeah, but it's hard to get the logo on naked.
That's right.
I don't know.
Well, believe me, I've got a thing called a mankini, right? In fact, I got a huge amount of these things because, here in New Zealand, we have we have the All Blacks. We play rugby union, and we also have the Black Caps that play cricket. Then we have the watered down versions of that. I mean, T20. We've just beaten England this morning in the T20 matches in cricket. And we have a thing called sevens, right? And basically it's about 7 a side. We have a number, I think about 5 each side playing rugby union kind of rules. But it is totally festival kind of deal. Well, it used to be. Where we would all head to the Cape Tin down in Wellington and we'd dress up in the craziest stuff, right? So one year, one of our guys here, his wife decided she's going to go and get us all dressed up in mankinis and send us down these things. Anyway, we arrived. We weren't allowed in. Apparently it was inappropriate, right? But I had to say to these people that wouldn't let us in, do you know how much thought went into where we placed our logo?
Oh.
I mean, we toiled over this for so long.
No, I'm not appreciative of all the work I'm telling you.
I know.
I mean, we travelled for hundreds of kilometres, lots of hours, in cars, all sorts of things, and buses, you know. In these things, literally, we weren't allowed to leave without being in them. That was it. You know, you can have as much alcohol as you like, you can do whatever else, and many cigarettes, if you can find a place to put them, you know.
That's right.
It took us
So
6
you
weeks.
got to resort to, you know, the prison way of life in order to move, you know, bootleg things through, I guess.
Oh, let's stop there.
The problem, Kerry, was the women went with this more than us guys wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of felt set up, to be honest with you. They loved it. But we went to this match anyway, got there, got refused, everything. I really did say to this guy, you know, do you know how much it took to get our logo on these things? Really? Shameful.
A lot of work.
It was. 6 weeks to come up with a decision. Now, Donna, you mentioned Sunderland Road. Tell me about this, because believe me, I'm absolutely loving this track.
Well, thank you. It's a true story, of course, but it's where Carrie was raised in the Spokane Valley. There's a street called Sunderland Road. It's a dead-end street there in the Spokane Valley, and when we were teens, I used to, you know, that's where I met him.
We were just kids, and it was actually a 600 square foot home, but 900 rolls off the tongue a little easier. And my mom raised us there, and we had this old beat up, dirty ass guitar. We'd go on the back porch and as teenagers and do a little whatever teenagers did to get in trouble back then. And we'd sing old Willie Nelson songs, and we'd sing anything. Just a bunch of our friends, and we just had a great time back then.
I met Carrie when I was 12, and so, you know, we'd spend a lot of time on that back porch playing music and having a good time.
You know, I don't know too many people that have actually survived a relationship as much as yours, to be honest with you. Believe me, I can't remember the last time I ever talked to anybody of my childhood, especially when I was 12. Believe me, I think the only people that remember me when I was 12 were the police officers down in Westport, to be honest. But let's do this here live at Galaxy 107 FM, joined by Kerry and Donna, aka Herrick. Here's Sunderland Road. You guys don't, you're not vegans, are you?
I was a few years ago, and I loved it.
The best shape I've ever been, the best I felt in my life was as a vegan.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then we were on tour. This is a little story. We were on tour. We went up to, we had some 5 days off or something. So we went up 5,000 feet up in the Idaho mountains.
His sister lives there.
One of my sisters lived there. There's 7 of us. And they killed and they ate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just wildlife, you in the wild, in a beautiful place. But she says, well, Carrie, I'm making elk. Are you okay with elk? I said, well, you know, but I'll eat some salad. And she wrapped everything with bacon. So I started,
Bacon's a gateway drug.
I said, well, let me try one. And I ate that. And I said, okay, let me try one more. I mean, this was after a year, a vegan year, easily a year. And she's right. I told her, I said, bacon is definitely the gateway drug to me. But it was, vegan is such a healthy way to go. Even if you're vegan most of the time and eat an occasional chicken or something like that. I agree.
Okay, well, I was actually talking to a young lady the other day that was a vegan, and I said to her, you know, where do you guys hang out? And she goes, what do you mean? I says, well, look, the only place I ever see you guys is on the news.
Are you real?
Yeah,
Do you really this?
Do you guys?
Yeah.
I said to her, "Do you go to the pub? You know, do you have a few drinks or anything like that?" She goes, "Oh yeah, we all get together and go and have a few, you know, on a night out." And I said, "So okay, what if you upset each other? Do you get out into the car park and have a knuckle up?" And she goes, "Yeah." I says, "Do you still call that having a beef?"
That's
Sarah,
right.
I can understand why you're left with that.
And we are very, we're prodigals from the vegan community, trust me.
Yeah, because we ran a cattle ranch for.
I mean, 2 weeks ago I smoked 25 pounds of pork and I smoked 20 pounds of chicken.
How's your lungs?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
That's a lot of smoking.
Look, I struggle with people who say I smoke fish. Honestly,
the papers
I had a
wet.
guy a couple of months ago say to me, "Oh, I smoke fish." I went, "Doesn't that get the papers wet?"
Hello, Johnny.
Dear, oh dear, how many
I
pounds
walked
has
right
it
into that one, girl.
been? You kind of did. I'm sorry.
He's pretty.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll remember me at Christmas, won't you?
Always.
Nice.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM. Absolutely elated today to be joined by Donna and Kerry from the band Herrick. Now, as you say, you guys have known each other for, well, it sounds like forever, to be honest with you, since way back in the younger years. But you formed this relationship that absolutely works, not only musically, but together as well. Having said that, tell me about the largest independent artist award show. Which is the largest entertainment award show?
JMAs. Yeah, the Josie Music Awards. And I can't even remember the number of people that are actually, up for the awards that are entered into. But it's the largest independent award show there is in the world. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they do a great job because we're independent, and being an indie, it's really, the encouragement really helps to continue, and they really support indie music.
The family that runs all that is just an outstanding group of people, and they take a lot of time and effort.
Yeah.
And it is a very big achievement.
So you guys literally took out Entertainers of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
Second year in a row.
And where's the award?
Right there.
You've got it all the way back there, but right now I would have been, yeah.
We have 4 of them back there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're greedy. That's being greedy now.
Well, it's worked really hard, Grant, through the years. I mean, and it's so great to actually see, that our fans appreciate it and that it does pay off. Because, when you're an independent, you have to work way harder, way more than, the signed acts. They have most of their stuff done for them. So what, we've accomplished is literally what we have done ourselves.
With
a team that we put together. So
we built it enough where we can put that team together.
Yeah.
Great.
Guys, seriously, and on my behalf, we have so much respect for you here at Galaxy. We really, really do. And for awards, literally. I've never won an award in my life, so I don't know what that's like anyway, if you know what I mean. So, but absolutely stunning that you're able to do so. Philly, Donnie Coulter is back again. Nice to have you on board, Donnie. I'm looking forward to catching up with you over the next few days, actually. I think it is. Is it next week? It is next week, isn't it? It is. Looking forward to meeting up with you again. Philly D's watching as well. Nice to have Philly back again as well. And today, absolutely elated because we're catching up with good friends of ours. Yes, we're talking about Donna and Kerry. And I'm always a gentleman. I always put the lady first. So we're talking about Herrick. Now, Kerry, you were brought up literally in a musical family, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was raised in Southern Gospel is what I was raised in. So I knew every Southern Gospel song, This Way to Sunday. And it was, I would practice because I wanted to be part of the Herrick family gospel singers. I'd have a comb and I'd stand in the bathroom in front of the mirror at that comb and keep tempo. And I would sing all these gospel songs. And then I was influenced by my mom, who had all these old country albums. I mean, we're talking way back like Cowboy Copas and the old stuff. And then my sisters and brothers, older sisters and brothers, had all these great rock albums, and it was very versatile. But yes, they were touring Southern Gospel band.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And,
Donna, at the same time, you weren't so into being able to sing at the time. It wasn't for Kerry coming along. Maybe you might not have sung, but I am so happy that he absolutely influenced your career, because believe me, it absolutely shows in the professionalism that you portray today. It really, really does. Did it take much to challenge yourself to actually get to be able to sing?
Yeah, we were first, we started in Southern Gospel. We had Carrie's twin brother was in the band, and it was the three of us, and we traveled with Cowboys for Christ all over the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, and did the church services for these world champion cowboys. And we slept in horse stalls. We slept in the back of people's pickups. I mean, we did whatever it took to sing, so in those Sunday morning services.
we were so dirt poor, I still have it hanging up in there, we had hay bale string.
Baling twine.
For guitar straps.
Yeah.
on cheap ass old guitars. I mean, but we.
Yeah, and so that's how we started, and it was very good for me because I was so shy that you couldn't hear me, and finally.
What was the first song we sang?
Lord Help Me Jesus.
No, you and I.
Lord Help Me Jesus.
What was that? You and Harrison?
No, it was Lord Help Me Jesus. In church we sang Lord Help Me Jesus.
On that back
Chris
porch.
Christopherson.
Kerry, it might have been Lord Help Me Jesus.
What's that?
It might have been Lord Help Me Jesus.
It was.
It might have been. Hey,
Yeah.
I know.
that's how we've been together so long. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, Lord help me, Jesus. I gotta be honest with you. Me personally, I don't sing. I really don't. I wouldn't do that to people with any sort of hearing at all. Well, actually, I sing tenor, or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me.
Yeah.
Literally.
Water opens your lungs and allows you, your senses. Maybe you can sing better in the shower. You tried the shower?
Well, yeah, I do, and the only thing that gets turned on in the shower is the shower. And I got to keep it seemly because Anne-Marie Shane's watching right now. She says, "Hi, Barb and Grant." Hello, Anne-Marie. A wonderful young entertainer, very, very aspiring. She's just in her teens, and I think she's going to be a superstar in no time. I really, really do. And we love Anne-Marie Shane. We really do. Now, having said that, and believe me, my father buggered it up for me for singing, literally, because everything he wanted to hear was Elvis, right? Mm-hmm. And then he would say, yeah, okay, you can sing the words, now sing it like Elvis, which basically, well, now everything I sing is like Elvis, you know what I mean?
I my mom raised, I mean, I was exposed to every kind of music there is. She loved country music. She loved, rock music, loved Elvis. There was just a wide spectrum. And when I was a teenager, of course, I loved heavy metal. That was my thing. Ozzy Osbourne, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we've been exposed to, and I think it just makes for better music. I mean, it just does.
Well, I'm glad it was Elvis. It could have been, Harry Seacom or Jim Reeves or something, That would have been, or Sammy Davis Jr. I got the nose for it. Anyway, let's move on to midnight in Birmingham. Who was doing what in Birmingham at midnight?
You have to listen to the song.
I don't know. I talked to somebody the other day, and she was from Birmingham. She goes, "Oh, that song is spot on. That's a damn shitty place to be." What it is, it's a kind of a metaphor. But she just said, "Man, you don't want to be there."
Okay.
But
I love Birmingham. I love it.
this lady from Birmingham was telling you, you don't
Well,
want
not
to be
at midnight. Midnight Birmingham's pretty well known.
not in Birmingham, but on the beginning of that chorus. Go ahead.
He just dug himself a hole. He's trying to get out, but he ain't gonna.
Yeah, no. We've got this on tape, Donna. We'll be able to give you a copy in no time flat. You'll be able to play it back and say, "Remember?" Yes, you did.
Yeah.
We wrote that one with Walt Aldridge, and it's a really special song
For me personally, because we wrote that in Alabama, in Muscle Shoals, with Walt in the studios, the Muscle Shoals Sound Studio, where all those great bands, Linda Ronstadt, Emmylou, Leonard Scan, all those guys recorded there. And so it was like really awesome to be able to record that song and stand, where those people stood and do that. And so that song was really special to us, and we've had it for a few years. It never made an album, and we decided, let's put this, it's time, because every song has its time. Sometimes it's just not the right time for it, but we felt like, let's put this. But we decided to do just guitar vocal, make it very simple, strip it down. And because it's a very, it's a metaphorical song as well, so it means something different to everybody.
Well, I tell you what, I got to be honest with you guys. People love it, and they keep requesting it. So far, you're up around about 1,713 requests and climbing. So believe me, you're making that connection with our audience. So right now, live at Galaxy 107 FM is Herrick and Midnight in Birmingham. Gosh, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
Is that noise stopped out there? Have they stopped making concrete or something? Can we open up the windows again? They're open. Gosh, really?
What's wrong?
Oh, Kiwi air conditioning. Open the bloody window.
Oh, yes.
But didn't you say it was 28 degrees?
Well, that's in Fahrenheit or
26.
That's Celsius, but I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. Let me just update that.
Celsius.
And currently, they reckon it's about 76 degrees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's about what it is here today.
Okay, but now
About the same.
add another 10 to 15 degrees inside here with all the computers and everything at the moment.
It does heat it up.
I keep talking to my bosses, can you get me a fan? And they went, yeah, sure, Grant, and I'm expecting something about 6 foot tall, blonde, blue-eyed, comes from Sweden, doing this sort of thing. They gave me a gold ear.
Yeah, you could turn
That's
it
right.
on.
But that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, exactly. I keep trying. I do. By the way, guys, you'll get a copy of everything we do today. And after we do the interview here, we'll do a couple of crazy photos, and put them on your cell phone, be able to tell your friends, Kiwis, not healthy, don't do it. Literally. But Barbara will put it all together as well. We'll put it on YouTube. Well, Barbara will make it into a movie as well, and you'll get a copy of that. But something she does, and believe me, this is fascinating because I've had people watch the movie, then they go and watch this other thing that she does. Some of them have watched this other thing about 20 times, literally. It's amazing, just one interview. She makes it into a cartoon, which is really, really cool. Besides, I got to be honest, Donna, it's the one thing that makes me look good. I got the perfect face for radio.
You have the look that everyone has.
Yeah, really.
You
Everybody's
you may not know it, but people love their beards, and they're growing them big old beards just like you.
Yeah.
I'm being cloned?
Yes.
Who did that to me? I'm being cloned? Ah. Do I get rights on this?
I suppose they would in the Appalachians.
They would in the Appalachians.
Your beard, because you're unique, but everybody's getting grow these beards.
Yeah. Carrie's gonna grow his out. He said,
No, I'm not. I would not do that well.
Yeah,
you do
well,
that very well.
this happened to me one night.
one night.
One night, yeah. Believe me. Get out there with the chainsaw. You know, next night I wake up like this again. Feel like Rumpelstiltskin or something. I really do. Emery says that puppy is so cute.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
She is, and she's a good dog.
she is.
She's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's good to eat now.
I was just wondering though, do you often dress your dogs?
Well, in the morning it's cold here, and she will not go without her sweater on.
Seriously?
So goes outside. Yeah. Really
Really?
silly.
Wait till I try passing that one past my girls.
She likes it. She really does like it. There's a hood on it she doesn't like, so I don't put that on.
Okay. Let's go back to the desk.
Rolls down the avenue and chills you to the bone. There's no blue like that old empty feeling that leaves you with a bitter taste of knowing you were wrong. Feels like it's always been. Midnight in Birmingham. Galaxy FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Emery Shea dresses her dogs as well. Fair enough. Okay.
Mine's too big.
Just mine have never ever
big.
even conceived the thought of it, so I think they'd think it is a bit weird, literally. The closest thing they come to is a harness when we're out in public and stuff like that. We don't want to have them eating people. Here's a true story for you. In the courtyard where we were, one morning I was out there feeding them and giving them these huge big bones, right? And they're both gnawing down on these things, having a good old time. A couple of kids were walking through the courtyard, heading off to school at the time, and they're looking at me, looking at the dogs, looking at the bones, looking at me, looking at the dogs, and I says, don't worry about it. We'll have a new postman tomorrow.
They're like, okay, run fast.
Yeah. Hasta manana. Believe me, they got the heck out of there, they did. But I guarantee you they won't ever break into the property.
It's nice.
Yeah, believe me, I wouldn't want to do it. I really wouldn't. I come in the mornings, you know, and try and sneak in and surprise them and everything like that. They look up and go, oh, it's just him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're expecting you're on the clock.
Yeah.
Exactly, you know.
Damn, you did that right.
Well, I start work some nights, you know, about 11:30 at night. Most nights about midnight anyway, if you know what I mean. And I'm still here about 8 o'clock at night, still doing paperwork and catching up. And these guys, don't worry about it. Anybody else that's more interesting, they'll go and have a talk to them instead, you know what I mean?
Right.
The only time I get any sort of recognition from my dogs is when it's time to eat.
or eat.
Yep. Believe me, they remind me when it's time to eat. They really do. Also, they remind me when it's time to go for a drive in the car, stuff like that. They want to do that all the time too, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what's up with that one. Crossing bridges, new or old bridges, I don't care. They're just crossing bridges. Tell me about tell me about old bridges, because now we did.
Bridges.
Now I've heard the explanation of this, and Donna, I'm glad you stopped them when you did with the naming of the lady in this.
Say that again.
Well,
You broke up.
okay. Kerry was explaining when I'm listening to the snippet that was given to me on the behind the story of the song.
Yeah.
And Kerry was saying he started off with this. He was going to call the lady this, and then he was going to call her that, and then you went, no, stop here.
Yeah, Snake wanted to put the name in the beginning of the song, and Carrie was like, why don't we just leave it she? That way, you know, we don't like to put names in our songs, because if we've learned that it just limits people's imaginations, you know, we let them decide who that person is, and that helps. That really does help.
You know, that's creative. I like that. I really, really do. Just that if I ever called anybody she around here, I'd get something thrown at me.
Yeah, that's right.
Did
Now,
you get one of these?
no, I haven't. No, I haven't. In fact, how would you like to send me a box of these, and we would love to be able to do a giveaway? What do you reckon?
Yeah, your listeners, let's get them some of these, and you can give them away.
I love
We'll
that
send you
idea.
one.
I love that idea. Actually,
Yeah.
let's step this up one step further. Do you have a T-shirt with that on it?
Yes, we do. We do.
How would you like to send me a copy? Because believe me, right now there's people all around the world trying to find out who B Muse is. They get on the internet. It's a subliminal thing, and believe me, I can guarantee you it works. In fact, I was doing an interview with a guy in Canada, and I was going over to the States afterwards to meet up with the guy there. And he says, you know, Grant, I was watching the guy that you were interviewing on Canada. He says, I was on the interwebby thing finding out exactly who it was. You know, I said, yeah, it works. It really does. So I would be honoured to be able to not only promote Herrick, but your new work as well. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course. Yes. I'll make sure.
I'll get Barbara to send you all the details.
Okay, that's a deal.
So
That's a deal.
brandy or
Nice, nice.
Oh, sorry.
Because believe me, I love new shirts.
Oh yeah, I know.
I do.
You'll love her. Got some new shirts coming out for Black Friday. We have a new Black Friday sale coming out, so we've got some brand new T-shirts
Come back.
that are going to be revealed for Black Friday. So we'll make sure you get some.
Yeah, please. Is it pink?
No, it's black.
Well, can be if you would like pink.
Yeah,
Would you like pink?
I don't mind pink, actually, to be quite honest with you. Look, the girls dress me up every morning. No, I don't get a choice in what I'm wearing. They have my outfits all set out for me
Yes.
every day. And every now and again, they seem to get a chuckle out of putting a pink one up. Well, I actually don't mind pink. You know what I mean? So
Right.
now,
Yeah, I don't need.
now they're aware of it now, so I better beware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll come up with something else now, guarantee it. They really will. But believe me, I'm more interested, Donna, in promoting Herrick and promoting the brand new album that you're bringing out now. How long did it take you to record the album?
We recorded that, I believe. Well, the writing took longer than the recording. The one thing about Snake Reynolds passed. I don't know if you guys knew that last month,
Yes.
and it's devastating to our whole team. But he was amazing, because we probably wrote these 5 of these songs, and because we wrote half of them with him, and that probably took about 4 months, and then the recording itself was like 2 or 3. It wasn't very long. That man worked so fast, and I was excited because we started out was let's just write together, and we did, and we clicked really well. And he's like, man, I want to record your vocal, because I've always wanted to record your vocal, and
Who better than him?
yeah, he's recorded the best vocalist in the world. I mean, he's amazing. And so that was that was a very, very cool experience for us to be able to work really close with him. And he was not only just a great producer, not just a great engineer, because he's in the engineer hall. I mean, he's just amazing. He was a dear friend and a very funny. He was so fun to work with. So it was devastating when we lost him. He was an important part of the team, and we always like to dedicate this music to him.
You know, I fully understand that, Donna, and condolences to the whole team, literally, and to the family, everybody concerned. He will be a man missed. He really, really will. Now, having said that, Terry Bean Cannon says, great interview, good interview, and oh, by the way, love the shirt. Well, you know, it's yours. It really is. It's your shirt, Terry. Terry, by the way, comes out of North Carolina. He's a absolute master at the slide steel guitar.
Awesome. Look him up.
And he also has a wife who has a pumpkin farm, which was handy for Halloween, if you know what I mean. But I think he's sick of the sight of them right now. 10 million of the things.
Yeah. Well, we're working on a music video, I forgot to tell you, for Old Bridges. So the music video, that's going to be our first single off the album. And nobody knows that, but you guys first. Well, actually, we did have a first single, Some Kind of Lonesome, but this is off the album because we actually redid Some Kind of Lonesome for the album. We did an album mix on it. So this will be the first single off the album, and we're shooting the music video now, and it's going to be huge for us. So, yeah, Old Bridges it says a lot.
Well, I got to be honest, Donna, we've been playing quite a bit of it because people have been relating to this more so than you'd be surprised. Well, actually, you would be surprised. There's over 3,000 requests for it right now. So believe me, it's picking up momentum. People are relating to it. And it is an absolute pleasure to be able to play brand spanking new Herrick music here at Galaxy. So let's get it underway. Here's Old Bridges. I love this track. I do.
Great track.
It is.
And it a lot to, you know,
Well,
it's a true story.
I've actually got you playing in my car, which is amazing. Believe me, I don't usually play a lot of music in my car. The only music I actually do play in my car is what Barbara hands me on a USB device saying, do you want to do an interview with these people or not? You know what I mean? But from time to time I load it into the system so it's permanently in there. So I've got this, and Someday I'll Fly loaded in there as well.
That's awesome.
Plus some of your older stuff. I got to admit, I'm still going on some of your older stuff as well.
That's awesome.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. It's new to some people, you know. That's a cool thing about being independent. Well, an artist in general, you know, you put things out there and people, you know, it's new to people every day. You know, some of the old 70s music I've never heard before. I mean, and the 80s. I mean, there's a lot of, it's really cool to reach back. I always tell people that reach back to, you know, there's a lot of great music out there, but you got to reach back for some of it.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. Barbara, what was the lady that was working with the Herricks that we were working with?
Brandy Reed.
Brandy Reed, yes, I want to give her a mention as well.
Oh, Brandy, yes.
Yeah, believe me, she's done so much, you know, in making this happen, and I really want to say thank you to her, I really do. Now, at the same time, I have a friend that comes out of India. Okay, after? Yeah, okay, all right, we'll talk about that after. Nice necklace, Barbara.
You think you don't?
Sometimes all we need are old bridges there to cross that lead us home when we get lost. You rest not burden as you leave on the way back home. You'll need old bridges.
right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, what do you know? It is 2 away from 11 o'clock. Just going to go over just a little bit, but well, you know, you understand, right? You really do. Now, having said that, guys, we're going to wrap this up after this with a couple of photos, and we'll compile it all together and everything like that. At the same time, we want to be able to pass on a copy to Randy Reid, who has actually done so much to be able to make this happen. I really want to thank you, Brandy, for everything that you've done. Believe me, it is an absolute pleasure to work with you, and hopefully we can do this again. How's the COVID thing going on for you guys over there right now? Are you doing shows at all, or are you majorly doing more recording, more writing right now?
Both. We are actually in the process of starting to book our tour for 2022. And we do have some dates in the books now, but we haven't been on the road, the last year, staying out. But we're going to start doing that in 2022. And so we've been,
We've been playing.
hard. Yeah, we have been locally. There's a lot of stuff,
So
venues
just,
here.
all around Tennessee, we've been playing Tennessee.
Yeah,
We've been,
staying kind of close to home. So
still writing, still recording, laying stuff down.
making music videos for the album.
Yeah,
There's a lot of work to do, but that tour is going to be. I can't wait to get on tour and tour this album.
We kept holding back as we'd have friends who would start to go,
Yeah,
then their shows would get canceled.
yeah, and that's
they
still
go,
happening.
And then some made it through, and then others, where they go, then their shows would get canceled. So,
Yeah.
so we're kind of picking the states where they're going to allow music,
Mhm.
and we've done a lot of research and digging, so hopefully it'll all turn out. We'll have a great 22 on the road. So
Yeah.
that's a whole business than
Mhm.
this business. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to it.
Exactly. Now, believe me, it feels here that you're taking 2 steps forward, 6 back as well, if you know what I mean. You just get into the comfortability zone, you start looking at it going, yes, maybe, just maybe it's going to do it. No. Yeah. And believe me, we can't wait to get our borders open so that we can bring international artists back into the country, start performing, start doing gigs, getting back to some sort of normal. Now, at the same time, don't forget, folks, wear your mask, okay, if you're out in public, and tell your friends, don't stand so close to me. It's a police song. Yeah.
Don't stand. Don't. I'm sorry.
I could have put the soundbite in, but well, literally. Having said that, and we will wrap it up after this, but tell me about Someday I'll Fly. Where you going?
So,
Well, someday we'll fly again.
so someday
The
I'll
airlines
fly.
will.
Someday I'll fly. Someday we'll fly. Anyway, we started writing that with Snake, and
Snake brought that into the writing session, and
he was real careful to say, knowing my Southern gospel background, he was saying, this isn't a gospel song, this is spiritual.
yeah,
And he's right. And,
yeah. And I think it'll relate to.
and it was just, because there's so much bad things going on,
Well, and
Yeah.
a lot of people, you ever told me, look on Facebook, there's another friend gone, and necessarily, that's not a bad thing if your heart's in the right place. Someday we're all gonna fly. It's just how we do it and how we live.
Yeah, it was just an opposite look at something horrible
Yeah.
and uplifting and very fun. And we can really nail those kind of songs. We've been for so long,
And he wanted to do something that would feature my vocal, that we could do something different with a, Aretha Franklin kind of twist to it, and just let me sing, and just sing it.
Well,
And so that's why the melody is the way it is. But literally, it's kind of a different take on, because it's been so depressing for the last 2 years, and necessarily we're all gonna go. It's just how we go, in our heart. So.
well, I got to be honest with you, Donna. Believe me, this is your most requested new album track. It really, really is.
Yeah.
People literally are getting behind this track. They really, really are. So it's an absolute pleasure, because we have been playing it, just that we haven't been saying a lot about it. And we've been getting inundated with people wanting to know more of who, what, when, where, how. Right now, we're going to release it officially. Here is Donna and Kerry, aka Herrick, and Someday I'll Fly. Believe me, guys, people love this track.
Yeah.
They really,
It's
really
got a lot of feeling in it. It's from the heart. It really is.
Yeah, that one was, I just never get tired of hearing it. Pretty powerful.
Yes.
I mean, if I do ourselves.
Yes.
Well, thinking it, I lost my mom, and all of us have lost so many people, but it was a great release to be able to sing that song.
And we have to say the significance that Snake put into the production.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his personal taste and all the history he brings, all these
Experience.
incredible people he's worked with. It just came natural. He just knew what to add and what to take. And, there is no song that is easy to write. Any great writer, I mean, and no one is a musical island unless you're, Willie Nelson, Christopherson, or Paul Simon or the like. And it's hard to write a good song. It's hard because you're bringing in something, a new idea of a subject that's been done over a long time with a whole different melody that's been done 100,000 times, and you're trying to, marriage that together and make something a new experience. Because that's all music is experience. And Snake, we can't say about our good friend Snake and what he would do to make something seem so simple, but every time you hear his music that we did with him on this album, I hear something different every time I hear it. Because he was just that good. That good.
Kerry, I'm an engineer myself. I've been an engineer for almost 40 years, which is giving away a few things. Not only studio, but front of house as well, and travelled around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world, and have worked with some of the biggest in the world. And I absolutely love the work of this. Honestly, I've listened to it intently, because I don't listen to music as a fan would. I listen to it as an engineer or a DJ, right? And I've listened to this intently.
Right.
As I said, I've got you playing in my car now. I've got a kick-ass stereo in my car, I've got to be honest with you. And I listen to the most increment of bits in music. I can't fault any of this work.
The B.
Thank you.
A B? Oh gosh,
yeah.
really? Get that out of here.
The song's over.
Yeah. No, the song's not over. It's just that there's a B in here. I'm allergic to them.
These broken wings will let me again sail with the wind. Someday I'll fly. I'll sail with the wind. Someday I'll fly. Galaxy FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I've been joined by Donna and Kerry from the band Herrick, and absolutely fascinated to learn so much more about this music, the backstory, you know what I mean? Now guys, if you need a counsellor at any stage, I know a couple of good ones in your area.
We might take you up on that, Grant.
Well, one of them actually is a criminologist, so you never know when you might need him.
Well, they call us Bonnie and Clyde.
Well,
That's pulled up their album.
Yeah, we have a book that's coming out that has some pretty interesting stories. So, no, I'm kidding. We will eventually, but a movie more like.
Well, don't do what one person said to me they were going to do the other day. Literally, they says, "Grant, I'm going to write a song about you because I write songs about my life experiences and that I've had." And I says, "Don't do that." And she goes, "Why not?" And I says, "It won't sell a damn thing."
Oh no.
It really won't. But guys, I'm sorry?
You're very interesting.
In a great
Your
way.
stories are great.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot. Your engineer work, I remember we spoke about that before.
Mm-hmm.
You've been around a little bit, Grant.
And that's why it's such a compliment when you
Yes.
say that you enjoy our music. We
Yeah,
take it,
we really
we
do.
take it to heart. We
Yeah.
appreciate that very much.
Believe me, I'm Jenny on the block, and the only person that really ever finds me interesting usually is the judge.
Hey,
We've
judge
been
is
there.
important too.
We've been there.
Yeah, believe me. I can tell you some stories good about judges. Really good. Yeah, it's sort of like you get into trouble, you get hauled up before the judge and you go, "You didn't tell me you did that for a living?"
Oh no. Eek.
Yeah,
That would be.
yeah, that was difficult, that one was, you know.
That would not be good.
Yeah, no, next time I see your daughter, I'm going to have a word.
Oh, my daughter.
Yeah, it was totally like that. It really was. It was very difficult. Guys, we are going to have to move on. But I thank you so much for coming back and working with us. Brandy Reed, thank you so much for working with us as well. Will you come back again?
Yeah, we love Brandy. We can't thank her enough.
Yes.
Exactly. Now, will you come back again? Will you subject yourself to this again?
Of course, Grant.
And are we coming back? We're going to be here tomorrow, right? I thought we were doing a weekly thing.
Well, we can do
Okay,
that.
well, apparently we can do that.
We can't wait to physically go there.
Yeah, well, that'd be cool.
Someday.
Well, I'm sure we've talked about this in the past, haven't we? About getting you guys down here, down under, and touring up and down. I'm sure I've said something about a hoo-hoo grub, maybe?
Say yes.
A what?
A hoo-hoo
Say
grub?
yes. Say yes.
What's a hoo-hoo grub?
Say yes.
Barbara's just saying, say yes. Just say yes. Believe me, say yes. Yeah, okay. Believe me, I tell you what, I'll get Barbara to send you the instructional video of what a hoo-hoo grub is. Well, you know what a caterpillar is, right?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah?
You
Well,
know what a grub?
yeah. Yeah, no, this is nothing like that at all. In fact, it's like a double-decker bus to a Mini. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head, and what you do is you put the lion body in your mouth, rip off the head, yucky head, don't eat that. But when you crunch down on this, get a tight shot on Donna, when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh, why not just eat peanut butter?
Yeah,
Just eat so much cheese,
just eat peanut butter. Just eat peanut butter.
Well,
Protein.
you see, New Zealand's made up of 3 islands. One down the bottom called Stewart Island, the only island that got a real manly name, because whoever named New Zealand after that ran out of imagination. Next one became South, and then North, right? So, yeah, clever. They couldn't think of any decent names. But down the west coast of the South Island, there's a place called Hokitika, where they have a wild foods festival. Now, everybody's used to festivals, you know, kids wandering around, candy floss, hot dogs on a stick. Yeah, not there.
What's buns on a stick?
Yeah, well, you might get some deep fried locust on a stick or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I've seen people eat those.
Yeah.
My
Brother would eat.
this cowboy ain't going to.
Yeah, no, believe me. You have to cowboy up at the man oysters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I haven't done them either. The Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
Seeing as women present, I'm not going to say what I would like to be able to produce down there, literally, but, you know, it does take all day eating. Let's put it that way.
Never stopped
It
them
really
before.
does. But believe me, I'm not going to even go there. But guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We'd love to have you back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do the crazy photo thing, and I'm going to talk about my friend in India. Okay? But in the meantime, let's go back to the other studio. Here's Cheryl, I don't care, right here at Galaxy.